What is going on, guys? I'm super excited because today we are talking money. So I have been getting a lot of questions through email or on the YouTube channel of how much should shipping cost? How much does it cost to start Amazon FBA? How much do I need to start? All of this sort of money talk about how much is everything going to cost to get started. Why am I still holding this? So in this video, I decided to make my life easier and hopefully your guys's too, so you don't even have to type out an email to me. I'm gonna make a whole video on breaking down all the costs associated with starting Amazon FBA. Everything you guys are gonna need to know about how much money you guys are gonna need to dish out to start this business and, reap the benefits of it later on in the future, because you gotta, invest money to make money. So let's just stop talking because I'm getting off track, and I will see you guys on the computer. So here we are on the computer, and I wrote an Excel thing here for you guys so you guys can really see the money broken down, where it's going, and how much you guys are going to need to start this. Before we talk about this though, I want to say thank you to all of you guys for watching my channel. It really means a lot to me, and getting all these emails and things like this, it's super exciting to me because this is exactly what I pictured myself doing. This is why I started the channel, is to interact with people and help people out and try to give them exactly what was given to me, like starting their own business online or something like that at any age and becoming successful with it. So thank you guys so much for watching. And I was thinking about this, how can I give extra back to you guys? I know I'm already making these videos and I give a lot of free, really valuable stuff that a lot of people make you pay for. But I also wanted to give back more on top of helping you guys out and responding to your questions and giving you guys these videos. So when I hit 500 subscribers, I'm going to give away a certain amount of money. I don't know yet. And then 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away more money to like one, maybe two, three of you guys. I don't know. I'm probably just going to do the random YouTube comment selector kind of thing and just select a few random people and then just PayPal you guys money, and I'll make a video about it or whatever the case may be. So basically, hopefully we get to 500 soon. I'll give away some money, hopefully 1,000, and we'll see where we go from there. So thank you guys again, and now let's get into it. So to make this a little bit easier to understand, I broke it down into phases. So phase 1 is going to be product research, phase 2 is going to be product preparation, and phase 3 is going to be product purchase. So at the end, I'm going to tell you the total. I'm going to explain to you why some of these numbers are not exactly needed. Some are preference, and I'm going to explain to you what I do as a seller and what I've been successful doing. So phase 1, product research, the first thing that we're going to see is going to be the Jungle Scout Chrome extension. Now, if you guys don't know what that is, Jungle Scout is a company that I'm pretty sure is still #1 for product research tools for sellers. And they deliver two things that we can purchase that I highly, highly, highly recommend that all of you guys get in order to sell correctly on Amazon, which is important. Remember, we don't want to be cheap. If we're cheap and we do things the wrong way, then we're basically throwing our money away. We want to do the right thing, and then we're going to end up being more successful in the long run. We need to have the right research tools. We need to make sure we're doing all the right things, getting the right stuff that we need in order to sell correctly. So the first thing is going to be the Chrome extension. That is going to be $97, and that's a one-time fee. You pay $97 and that is it, and you have it forever. And that is going to be highly, highly useful, almost completely necessary to find a good product. And right below that is the second thing, which is going to be the Jungle Scout web app. Now, this is also extremely important to have when doing product research. 95% of the products I found and sold have been through these two things, and then there's the weird 5% that I found doing other things. But 95% of this is going to be through those two things, and all of you guys need to be having both of those things to find a good product on your own, especially if you're new and you don't really know what you're doing and you're not experienced doing this. They are definitely necessary. So the second thing is going to be $29.99, and that is monthly. So the web app is going to be monthly payments. You can also pay for it like on a yearly subscription. What I usually do is I'll pay for the $29.99, and I will try to find 5, maybe 10 products that look good to me, and I'll keep them in a folder on my laptop or something just for future reference if I ever need to look at another product to start, or let's say the Jungle Scout web app runs out and I don't want to pay for another month of it, then I still have those 5-10 products on standby waiting for me to be to look into more or possibly start those products as well. So 1 month, do a ton of research. Those two things are highly necessary. So phase 2 is going to be product preparation. Now, preparation is everything we need to get done and have together before we are able to actually purchase a product and start getting more into it. The first thing we're going to see is our Amazon seller account. And the reason for this, the reason we want to do this before actually purchasing a product is we want to get the listing up. We need to get the shipping plan up before we actually get to send where we want to ship our items to our supplier. So I like to do the seller account first before I actually purchase from a supplier. So make sure you guys get that. That's also a monthly subscription. It's going to be $39.99 a month, and that you're going to want to have forever. It's not like the Jungle Scout web app where you get it once and you don't pay for it again. You're going to need that as long as you are selling on Amazon. And once you get selling on Amazon, you can just have it deducted out of your profits and you won't even notice that you're paying it really. Now below that we have our business logo. Okay, this is an optional kind of thing because if you guys know Photoshop, if you know how to make logos or do web design on your own, like myself, then it could be free. It doesn't need to be $20, $5, whatever, because you can do it yourself. And for logos, it really does not need to be complicated. The whole point is we just need a logo just to put on our product so no one can steal our product. It really doesn't matter what you use. Obviously, you want to have a decent logo. That way, when your customer gets your item, they're not going to look at it and be like, what is this? So you can go all out and spend $50 on Fiverr for a really nice logo and have someone do it for you. Or you can do it yourself for free. So anything with the little stars next to it is going to mean it's optional. So like I said, you can do this for free or you can spend $50. I just put the average and saying maybe $20. So I'm going to put $20 there. And then the next thing below that is going to be our UPC code. Now this is only $5, especially if you go through what I use, which is barcodemania.com. And they have them for $5. It's the cheapest place I've found. So, and it's reliable, and they'll email you your UPC code in like 10 minutes, and it's going to be a PDF, and it's super simple, not hard at all. That's only $5, so not a big fee at all, but it is very necessary to sell, and you can't sell without one. Now, the next thing below that is going to be product pictures. Now, this is also optional because usually when we buy from our suppliers are going to have tons of pictures of their products that they're selling already. So what I like to do is I like to ask the supplier that I'm talking to, do you have product shots, product pictures that I can use for my Amazon listing or I can use for my online store or whatever? Most of the time they're going to say yes, and when they send them to you, if it looks high quality, if there's a good variety and you have, pictures that are just really well done. If you guys don't know much about how to make optimized pictures and how to make optimized pictures for your listing, I'm going to leave a card up top to my optimizing your product listing, something like that. Click on that and I'll tell you guys exactly how to optimize everything, including your pictures, if you don't know what I'm talking about. So for product pictures, like I said, I like to ask them and get their product shots so I don't have to pay for anyone to do mine. But if you do, let's say if you do have to do it and your supplier doesn't have pictures for you, then you can go on Fiverr and have a photographer, product shot person take pictures. And I put $90 because I've seen them for like anywhere from $50 or $20 to let's say like $200, $300. So 90 is about the average, and they will take some good pictures. All you have to do is send one of your products to their house or wherever they do it. They'll take pictures and they'll send them to you. So it's pretty cool, super simple. And that is going to be optional, like I said. Now, phase 3, product purchase. Now, this is going to be the most controversial one because I can't exactly give you guys numbers on this. Everyone asks me, how much is my first product going to cost? How much is the shipping going to be? And I'm like, I can't tell you that. I don't know because I don't know what product you have. I don't know what product you're going to find. I don't know. There's so many different factors. I don't know how big your product is, how much it weighs, how much of it. It's just too many factors for me to put in without actually just talking to the supplier and finding out for them. So I can't do that obviously either. So the first thing is going to be optional, and it's going to be a product sample. Now, the reason we would want a product sample is to test the quality of a product. I rarely ever do this. That's why I put it as optional. If you guys want to spend the extra money and waste the extra time, then yes, go ahead and get a product sample just to make sure that the supplier that you're talking to has a quality item. Now, the reason I put $40 for this is because these suppliers are sending out bulk amounts of things to pretty much everyone. So whenever someone asks for a sample of 1 or 2 or 3, they don't usually like to do that. Or the only reason they can do that is if they charge really high shipping fees. So expect it to be anywhere around, $30 to $100 depending on what product you have. So I don't like to waste my time on that because I usually stick to pretty simple products. The only time you really need to get a product sample is if you're doing maybe an electronic, which I highly recommend not doing, and you want to test that on your own, or maybe if it's something that looks breakable, which I highly recommend not doing as well, and a few other different factors, but totally depends on the product you buy. And I usually don't do it. Now, the next thing that is going to be really hard for me to tell you guys an exact estimate is going to be product cost, because I don't know how many you guys are buying. I don't know how much you're going to source it for per unit. I don't know. Every single product is different. Every person's going to be different. So I just put, let's say 150 units to start, and then it's going to be $2.50 for each unit. So that's going to be $375 in product cost. Now, that's not a whole lot of units to start. And the reason for that is I don't recommend you guys get a lot of units to start, especially if you're new to this. You need to test the markets to see if the people are even going to want to buy this. So why would you go out and spend $1,000 on product when you don't even know if people are going to want it? So we want to get a small quantity. You can honestly even get as low as 50 if you want, if your supplier lets you get that on an MOQ. MOQ is your minimum order quantity. So if they allow you to go that low, then feel free to do that. But most suppliers won't let you go below like 150, 200, 300, 500, something like that. Depends on what you're looking at. And also the number, the unit cost, I put 250. I really don't know. That's usually the average for what I do. If we're going to go through what I did in the past, eclipse glasses, that was 4 cents a unit. So that could be 4 cents, or you can get, let's say, something way more expensive like this microphone right here, which would probably be a $50 item to source. Maybe not as nice as this, but maybe a crappier microphone could be like $50 each to source. So I really can't tell you guys that. I highly recommend you stick to products that are around, anywhere from $1 to $5 is pretty good. As long as the profits are there, it really does not matter. And as long as the budget is there for you, then it does not matter. So the next thing below that is going to be optional as well, and that's going to be product inspection. Now, product inspection is going to be when you pay someone to go out to your supplier's location, and they're going to check your whole order, make sure everything's, looking good, and check it over basically and inspect your whole order. And that can be anywhere from $150 to $500. I do not ever do this, ever, because it's kind of like overdoing it to me. I feel like it's kind of a waste of money, and it takes extra time and it takes extra work because you got to talk and figure it out and hire someone to do this. So I don't mess with it. But if you guys are really OCD and you want to spend the extra money, then feel free, spend the extra $250 or whatever to have that extra, I guess, make sure they put on the labels correctly and things like that. You'll have that extra security feeling, I guess, but I don't bother because I make sure I talk to my supplier and I make sure they do the right thing, and I make sure to get pictures after from my supplier to make sure everything looks good myself. So that's completely on you guys as well. So last but not least is going to be shipping cost, and this is just like product cost. I cannot tell you an exact number because every single product is going to have different numbers, and each supplier could even have different numbers even if it's the same product. So it completely depends. I'm just giving you guys the average for how many units I said for 150 units. Usually it's about $250 for that amount. Completely depends on how heavy your product is, how much room your product takes up. But usually if we're starting with about 150 products and you're not getting anything bigger than maybe smaller than a shoebox, then it's going to be around $250. And if we're going over the shoebox size and it's a heavy item, then we're looking at heavy shipping costs. So it completely depends. I cannot give you guys an exact number. you're just gonna have to talk to suppliers, figure it out, ask them, oh, how much is it for the shipping this many units, or talk to another supplier. Make sure you talk to multiple suppliers to get the best pricing, and just figure it out on your own. You gotta ask. I can't tell you. I can give you guys an estimate on a product, but I cannot tell you the exact cost, because every freight forwarder, every supplier, every item, every product, whatever, it's going to be different, because they all have their own dimensions and their own weights, and then their freight forwarders have their own rates that they charge you. So when people ask me that, I simply tell them I don't know, because you have to talk to your supplier. I don't deal out the prices on those sort of things. I can't tell you. So for everything combined, excluding the optional things, because I rarely ever do any of them, we have a total of $816.98. Now, that is going to be a very rough estimate to get, your first product going. So we are putting up an initial investment of $816.98. And if you guys do the right research, if you learn from the right person, then, or anyone else on YouTube, then you guys should be seeing heavy returns on that initial investment of $816, as well as putting in almost zero time once your product is up and running. It's pretty much like time-free, work-free. You just sit there and, every now and then you're just going to purchase more and send them to Amazon, and that's about it. Then it's just smooth sailing from there. And you collect your passive income for months to come, or maybe years to come, who knows. Like I said, this can range anywhere from $300 to $2,000 or more. Depends how confident you are, I guess, how much you want to buy, what strategy you're going for. So if this is in your budget and you guys are really serious about this and you really want to make passive income, start your own business, possibly make $100,000 a year, $200,000, $1 million a year, who knows. Like I said, if you do one of these products, you can see easily $2,000 to $10,000 a month off one of these products if you're doing it right. And if you're doing it really right and learning from the right people, then you can easily see like upwards of, $30,000 to $100,000 a month off a really good product if you really know what you're doing. Hopefully this helped you guys out in breaking down all the numbers, seeing if this is something you're able to afford. If not, keep working at your job, your 9-to-5, your minimum wage job, whatever it is. Save up your money and really look into this and really consider it, because it could be life-changing, like I always say. So that is going to be it for this video. I hope I finally got the concept of how much it costs to do this through your guys' head. And now you guys know what you are going to need to dish out in order to make profit off of this whole thing. So if I helped you, please let me know, leave a thumbs up or something like that. If you have any more questions, you can always email me, like always. Just check the description for my email. And feel free to leave any comments with any questions, because I respond to every single comment. And make sure you guys go down below, like this video if I helped you out in any way. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We are new here on YouTube. It would help out a lot. Also, hit the notification bell, and last but not least, go down below, leave a comment, let me know you subscribed, and I will welcome you to the channel. So that is going to be it for this video, and I will catch you guys in the next video. I missed.